Time zone, though, man. Like, one thing I've noticed about time is when the time changes, if I don't change my clock, like the wall clocks, there's been a few clocks that have been there for about a year, year and a half. And the hours are way off.
Yeah.
Like, say it's 6 o'clock and the clock's been up there. You've already went through daylight savings, you know, all that good jazz. And a year and a half later, that clock is 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how did the time zones, even though we've never moved,
Right.
and this is in my house,
Yeah.
you know, the clock's never moved. You know how you always say if you move something, you alter time. But the time zones are pretty weird. And my clock has never left my house.
Yeah.
So how is...
I don't know, man, but it brings up a good question. I mean, yeah. So, have you ever woken up one morning, Monday morning, you know, you go through the day, somewhere in between 5 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, man. You look at the time, you look at the way the sun's shining, and you say to yourself, man, it doesn't feel like a Monday.
Yeah.
It feels like a Thursday. Where did we get that from, man?
I don't know.
Is our mind, like, in sync with something? Or, you know, or is our body trying to tell us something, man?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. I mean, but they also say we all have energy.
Yeah.
You know, we all are in sync with the world. That's what they claim.
Maybe we're ahead. Maybe our body feels like we should be in a Thursday and not on a Monday.
Maybe.
You know?
You know, but, you know, one thing, you know, hitting on that, you know, how you have different times and dates or feel. One thing I ran across is this Gregorian Calendar, bro. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty neat. So it's in Ethiopia. These cats have been on this system since the beginning of time. According to their calendar versus what we use here on the West, and I guess the rest of the world, or I'm pretty sure there's other countries that use this same calendar.
Yeah.
We are 7 years ahead, and or vice versa, they're 7 years behind.
Right.
Which is weird because there's a lot of little, you know, if you go and look it up, there's a lot of little ups and downs, add and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. So basically the way I understood it is that you have 31 days in all months.
Right.
And they have 13 months.
Yeah.
In our calendar, we have 12. But you have 29 days, 28 days,
leap
31
year.
days,
Yep.
you know, leap year, you know, all that crap. But these guys are more to the T, to where it's just like 365 days total. When you do the math, it's 13 months or 12 months or whatever at 31. And then the extra month could be 4 or 5 days. And that gives you the full 365.
Right.
So that's kind of weird. But I tell you what, and this is, man, this is going to be kind of weird. I found it weird. But their New Year's, guess when their New Year's is?
I don't know, man.
September 11th.
What? September 11th?
September 11th, bro. 9/11.
Well, for us, it has a significance. What's their significance?
I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just that.
It just fell on that day, huh?
Every year. It's 9/11.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
I don't, like you said, it's a significant date for us.
Yeah.
But for these people, it's just like normal date. Like how we go and celebrate New Year's with fireworks and wine and champagne or whatever.
Well, you know, I've always heard that we celebrate, our New Year isn't actually in January. You know, it's just because of the way they set up the calendar. But, you know, who celebrates before we do?
I think it's the Chinese, right?
I think so.
The Chinese New Year?
Yeah, they celebrate before us. I think that whole side of the world there, the Eastern Hemisphere.
Right.
Or I don't know if it's hemisphere. Shit, I don't know. They celebrate before we do. They're ahead. They're ahead.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I think we're all
But that just tells you, like, time zone, man.
So are we out of sync then?
I don't know.
So are we really okay? So when that man, when Sanford Fleming came up with that, did he take that into consideration, or did he just divide it up and say, "This is law"?
I don't know. Well, you know as well as I do, man, that there's other countries,
Yep.
other cultures that celebrate certain things way different than us in the Western world, or let's just say United States.
Right.
You know, like in Mexico, they celebrate Mother's Day a different date.
One day after, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? If we're all in time, and we're all in the same time zone, why all of a sudden we're celebrating stuff different?
Yeah, yeah, and then we see it on the news. Other countries have their New Year's
Yeah.
throughout the year.
Throughout the year.
So yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not crazy. I mean, I'm not trying to diss on nobody's, country. I don't want y'all to think I'm doing that, but it's just weird. It's not weird, but it's weird to us because we're not used to it, I guess.
So maybe it was fixed for financial reasons.
You think so?
Maybe.
I mean, because how else do you know for sure?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like anything else. Like, prime example, Amazon.
Yeah.
You order something, boom, it'll be here by this date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Back then, what'd they trade? Or barter? Was it, they used what?
Could have been anything.
Wheat,
Salt,
whatever,
spices.
minerals, all kinds of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And they knew that certain people, or royalties, because it had to be royalty, because nothing came in their country unless the king or queen said so.
Right.
Or their spokesperson.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew when something was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a way, or is that the reason why he started? I think.
Could be, man. I don't know, man. Maybe he was like me, because I can tell in the fall when the sun gets gloomy,
Right.
doesn't shine the same. I feel it. I think the medical term is seasonal depression. I haven't been diagnosed per se,
Right.
but I feel it.
That's weird, man.
And I notice the difference in the way the sun shines.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we roll around into the spring,
Right.
like I noticed it in February. I told my wife because I was in a better mood.
Right.
I was having one of those days where I was firing on all cylinders, man. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, the sun's shining. I said, it's got a different shine to it.
Right.
She's like, here you go with that. And I said, no, it does. I said, look at it. She goes, well, I guess I can feel it.
Right.
So maybe I wonder if he took that. And again, I wonder if that was part of the reason because, Alaska. I think some part of Alaska gets 24 hours of sun.
Yeah. And then they live like 45 days in darkness. Was it 45 or 35? Or 30 or some shit?
The movie said 28.
Yeah, the movie. You always got to know the movies, dude.
But, well, see, and then on the eastern coast, they see the sun way before we do.
Right.
On the west coast,
Yeah.
It sets, is it before?
It's later.
Later?
Like California, they're 6 o'clock in the morning. It's bright and sun's out.
Yeah.
Sun's out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, over on the other side of the world,
Yeah. I don't know, dude. But that's always something that always kind of intrigued me.
Mm-hmm.
How all of a sudden we're in this time.
Yep.
And another thing that's trippy, dude. I don't know if you noticed. Not so much our phones, because the phones are more like what they got. Satellite, GPS.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Watches, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Watches. If you have a higher end watch, when you move by something, it automatically changes. Like a Citizen, more higher end.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man, but we've always heard time isn't real.
Is it not real?
Yeah, and then why do sometimes we feel like time flies,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we feel like it just drags, man?
Yeah. What do they say? Time flies when you're having fun.
Not always, though. Sometimes, you just, especially on whenever I start my day, sometimes, at 2 or 3 in the morning, man, by 10 o'clock, I'm all like, damn, this day's flying.
Yeah.
And I've already been up 7, 8 hours. But to me, I'm not looking at it in the dark. I'm not looking at the time I spent in the dark. I'm looking at the time the sun came out. And then I'm like, I'll be driving sometimes. I'm all like, oh, damn, it's barely 3 o'clock, Oh, yeah. And I'm still like, damn, it's still early. Even though I've been up, for a while.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the same thing, when we work overnight, going home, that's when it, man, well, maybe that's why. Maybe sometimes it would drag, but sometimes, I don't know, man. Time is just weird that way.
Yeah, time is weird, man.
Yep.
And I don't know, dude. We all have our perception of time.
Yep.
And I think time is another one of them unknowns that we just don't necessarily know. Why is it that we don't know? Because I think me personally, I think it will unlock a lot of things, bro. Me personally. Yeah. If we knew the true meaning of time, I think we could unlock a lot of things in this world, and I think that would probably be the turning point in our civilization. That's just something I know that sounds kind of crazy. I know it sounds video game-ish and shit, but it's just what I think.
Yep.
That's just what I think, man, and that's how I feel.
Yep.
You always say, go with your gut feeling.
Yeah, and even animals have that, man. Even animals have that because you got your animals that only come out at night,
right?
And you got your animals that only hunt during the day or whatever. Which a lot of it, I'm sure, is vision. The awareness. It's it's daylight. It's whatever. But
right.
The bear hibernates.
Oh yeah.
How the hell does a bear know when to hibernate?
Exactly.
And that's something that is instinct. Animals have instincts that we don't.
Yeah.
And they say we understand their instincts, but I wonder how much.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The animal thing's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Because, that's regardless. No matter what's going on in the world, the animals always know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The animals always know when we're fucking up.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a different sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Or instinct again.
And it's like they say, like cats.
Yep.
They say cats are, can see evil.
Yeah, there's a lot of
superstition stuff
on cats too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was also because they claim, when I say they, it's just like a collection of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That they don't have necessarily a conscience.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
There's really no real reason for them to know right and wrong.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what gives them that extra sense.
So, I wonder if time goes slow for a sloth or fast. I really do, man. I really do. I wonder if that dude knows, hey, man, I got to make it to the end of this branch sometime today, but I got to get there today.
Oh, yeah, it has to. But, I don't know. Have they ever videotaped a sloth and just watched them?
Well,
I guarantee you that dude can move fast.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I read, it's been some years back now, I read an article that elk up in the mountains, up in Wyoming, Colorado, they actually know when hunting season starts.
Really?
And they book it. Somebody observed that, man, and they said, hey, man, these well, there's an elk sanctuary up in Wyoming. And I think they're the ones who noticed that, man. When hunting season would come around,
yeah,
they were booking it, man. They were long gone before hunting season.
Really?
And they noticed that trend, and they started studying it, man, because they have collars on them.
Right.
But I'm telling you, man, they pick up on that.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns in our world, man.
Yeah.
Involving animals and especially time.
Yep.
I think, like I said, time is one of those things that's a form of control.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because
it controls us, that's for sure.
It controls us every day. Everything we do, it don't matter. It controls everybody.
It's controlling this podcast.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And who's to say that wasn't a thing?
Yeah.
I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
That's good. Good driving conversation there, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna touch up on our social media, man. You wanna touch up on that, Epi?